Hello students, after a long time you are again going to have class of accounts. So I am again starting from the very beginning, which involve basic accounting terms. Accounting is a systematic knowledge of recording, presenting and analyzing the financial data of a company or a firm or a sole proprietorship firm. So during this you will come across several accounting terms, the meaning of which should be very clear to you according to accountancy. The meaning of those terms. So these are called accounting terminology. So in the first in this series is business transaction. What is a transaction? So a transaction is an event which changes the financial position of a company. Any activity which changes any financial position of the company or the firm. So it is called business transaction. So purchase of goods, sale of goods, introducing capital, purchase of new furniture, charging depreciation, all are examples of transaction. Now let's see what are the features of transaction so that it will be very clear what is a transaction and what is not. So any economic activity is called transaction, like goods purchased, goods sold on credit or on cash. So any activity which involves some economic changes, spending money or earning money, or converting one asset into another, or converting one liability into another liability. So all these involve some economic activity. So economic activity is a chief feature. And again, transaction may be of two types, external and internal. External transactions means when transactions happens between two separate business entity, like purchase of goods or sale of goods or sale of furniture to the scrap buyer. So in this way, two distinct entity are involved in external transactions, while in internal transactions the changes come internally, like charging depreciation on asset or any machinery or furniture. Then only internal transaction happens. So these are all internal. Again, financial position of the firm changes, like if somebody buys goods on cash, then cash decreases and goods stock is increased. So it changes the financial position of the company. Even if goods are purchased on credit, then cash will not decrease there, but the creditors total will increase. So there also it is a transaction because it is changing the financial position of a firm. The change must be expressible in terms of money. Those things which cannot be evaluated in terms of money, like defamation about any business, it cannot be turned immediately into terms of money. So this is not a transaction. Whereas depreciation meant charged on assets is particularly mentioned in money. However, that doesn't happen actually. 20% decrease in the value of asset doesn't decrease the 20% ability of the machinery, but it is charged and it can be fixed that 20% of total machinery is the value of depreciation. But in case of the defamation, it cannot be measured. So it is not a transaction. So all these are examples of transactions, and what we record in books of accounts are only transactions. So transaction is the main information source for recording in the books of accounts, from journal entry to final accounts, everywhere. Now let's move to the next part, which is event. So as a consequence of a transaction, an event happens. So when a transaction happens, like capital is introduced, then business is started. When goods of 4 lakh is given to someone, then goods are purchased. So when cash is decreased by 4 lakh, then goods are purchased. So purchasing goods is the event, and purchasing goods worth rupees 4 lakh is transaction. So these are all called events. So events, again we can see in detail that transactions are investment of rupees 5 lakh in the business. This is a transaction for which you have to make the journal entry. Purchases goods for rupees 4 lakh, for that you have to make a journal entry. Making cash sales of rupees 3 lakh 80,000. In this case, sales will increase, that means goods will increase in the stock and cash will decrease, so it is a transaction. Payment of godown rent, it is also a transaction because cash will decrease and the rent will be paid. Now what are the events? So profit of 60,000 computed as under. Sales is 3 lakh 80,000 and cost of purchase is 3/4 of 4 lakh. As he uses only 3/4 of the goods were sold, so 3/4 of 4 lakh, that means 3 lakh, and go down and was paid 20,000. So 3 lakh 20,000 subtracted from 3 lakh 80,000 of sale gives us a profit of rupees 60,000. So this is an event that a profit was earned. Closing inventory of rupees 1 lakh was found because 3 lakh was used and 1 lakh was remaining. Cash balance of rupees 4 lakh 60,000 can be calculated from here, because initially the capital contributed was 5 lakh. However, cash sales happened of 3 lakh 80,000. That means total cash should have been 8 lakh 80,000, and the purchase was made of rupees 4 lakh. So 4 lakh will be deducted and go down and was paid 20,000. So 4 lakh 20,000. So 4 lakh 60,000 should be there in cash. So the cash, closing cash balance, if anybody wants to know what is the closing cash balance, he can find out from the event that rupees 4 lakh 60,000 is the closing cash balance. Again, capital initial capital contribution was 5 lakh, again profit was earned 60,000. So the total capital will become 5 lakh 60,000. Because profit is not drawn yet, it is there in the business, it was earned and it is there in the business. So these are all events. These transaction and event are very important. Again, voucher. Voucher is a document which has information about some business transaction. Any receipt, any challan, any bill which have been paid or have become due, all are the basis of a business transaction. So voucher is the supporting document which supports the transaction, a written document. So voucher is any bill, challan, all these are compoundly called any voucher, and this is used multi-purposely. Again, trade receivables. So when credit sales are made in real world, generally goods are sold on credit. So when goods are sold on credit, then those debtors, they are called debtors, who will pay the firm for the goods bought from the firm. So whatever amount is due for sale of goods, sale of those goods which are regular business or the main business of the firm. Like a firm is producing mustard oil, then mustard oil is the goods. And if it sells furniture, then it will not be included in trade receivables. So whatever goods the firm is dealing in or the firm is doing business in, those goods when sold on credit and the total of all those money due on the account of sales, credit sale, then that will be supposed to be trade receivables. In trade receivables, we can have two kinds of balance. One are debtors, whose personal security is only given. Like the firm has sold goods to somebody named A. So here in our books of account, A's name will be mentioned in list of debtors. Now he has not kept anything in security. So only his name will appear that the firm is supposed to have this amount due on A. So he is debtor. But when the same debtor will issue a bill, that means a bill is guaranteed to pay the drawer of the bill the amount which is written on the bill after a certain period of time which is mentioned on the bill. So a bill receivable is like a guarantee to pay after some time. So bill when a debtor issues bills receivable, then his name will not appear in the debtors, but his name will appear in the list of bill receivable with the account name bills receivable account. There no name will be mentioned and the total of bills receivable will appear at once as bill receivable in the final accounts. So two kinds of trade receivables may be there, debtors and bills receivable. Again, trade payables is just opposite to it. Like in real world, when a firm is producing something, then it buys goods from the suppliers. The suppliers are generally fixed and they supply on credit most of the times. So those who have money due on us are called creditors from our side. So creditors may be again two trade payables may be again are of two kinds, creditors or bills payable. When they have drawn bill on us and we have signed it, then the guarantee has become as bills receivable. So at that time our creditors will appear in bills payable account. So in this way, similarly, just opposite to the debtors and bills receivable, it will be done. Now let's see two items, then we will see in the next class, that is purchases and sales. When those goods which are produced by the firm, the raw material of that kind of goods which is produced by the firm is purchased, then we enter it into purchases and that is called purchases. Again, those goods, raw materials which we have bought and we have not found it perfect or we want to return it to the supplier, then that comes under the head purchases return account. So that is called purchases return. So purchases are only those items which are related to raw materials or production process. If somebody buys a furniture, that is not included in the purchases. A separate furniture under asset it is maintained. But purchases means only those goods which is firm dealing in, either producing or trading. So purchase return, I already told. Again, sales. Those goods which firm is trading in or producing, when sold are called sales. So only those goods which are produced or traded in by the firm, then only those goods total will appear in the sales account. It may be credit sales or it may be cash sales, but that will come under the head only sales. So sales is the sum total of credit and cash sales, as well as purchases is also total of credit sale and cash sale. Again, sales return, when a customer finds that the goods is not, there is a return policy, then um, he or she can return it. So when he returns, it is called sales return. So that sales return is generally subtracted from sales to find the correct sales figure, and it is maintained in the separate head sales return account, so that if we want to see how much sales return happening in our company in a year, we can see that how much is being returned, how customers are not satisfied with how much customers are not satisfied with our goods. So in this way, till sales return I have explained. Now go through it. I am sending this PDF file, and next part also you keep reading, and I will explain it in the next class. Thanks.